So by now, all of you should have heard by now, there were an attempt assassination upon the Great White Hope this weekend. They tried to take him out. And it was interesting. So my experts are here, and I want them to reflect on it. I want to play some sound bites from the assassination attempt. It was interesting. This is from BBC. On Saturday, July 13, 2024, Trump was speaking at a campaign rally near Butler, PA, Pennsylvania, when he was shot in his right ear. Here's the first soundbite from ABC News. Video shows moment of Trump assassination attempt at the rally. Watch this.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Moving his hair. Hold. When you're ready. On you.
Ready?
Move.
Up.
Move. Go.
Up. Hawkeye's here.
Hawkeye's here. Move it to the stair.
Stair, get ready. Stair, get ready.
We ready?
Down. Down.
Are we good? Shooters down. Are we good to move?
We're good to move.
Clear.
Let's move. Let's move.
We're clear.
Come on.
Let me get my shoes.
Got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir.
Hold that in your head, it's bloody.
So we got to move to the bus. Let me get my shoes.
Okay, my shoes down. My shoe.
Watch out.
Wait.
They went away from the mic.
For those that are not watching, listening, he go into the van. He did a fist bump. Like, I'm all right, let's keep fighting. Amazing. And so you should see Trump being put into the van. After they finally got him up, and he let everybody know he was fine. Though he had been shot in the ear or glazed in the ear, whatever you want to call it, they showed that he was fine. Also, from National Desk, it explained who Thomas Matthew Crooks, the Trump rally shooter. Here's some history about him, background on him.
An investigation is now underway into who the gunman was behind the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. We're in Bethel Park at the gunman's home to learn more.
I just know he was bullied. I don't want to say he was an outcast, but you know how kids nowadays, like, he didn't dress like everyone else, so everyone kind of put a target on him. He sat alone in lunch.
These are the words describing 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, also known as the gunman who opened fire in an attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump near the Butler County Farm Show grounds on the evening of July 13th.
Said, take a look at what happened.
Crooks was immediately killed after firing about 8 bullets, grazing the former president's ear, killing 1 adult male and injuring 2 other adult males. We spoke with Bethel Park alum Summer Barkley, who recalls sitting in history class with Crooks.
He was quiet,
But whenever he was asked a question, he was always very polite about it. He knew what he was talking about, and so it was never something that he was rude to teachers. Like I said, my history teacher loved him, and my history teacher was a great person. I never doubt his judgment, so, that was what was shocking for me, was seeing someone who had been seen as such a good person in class have this outcome. It was just a shock to me.
Crooks was located on top of the AGR building, just a few hundred feet from where the rally took place. According to officials with the FBI, the building was supposedly outside of the secured designated area.
But yes, law enforcement was responding to check on several suspicious occurrences.
What were the other suspicious occurrences?
That'll all be part of the investigation.
Officials also shared that there were multiple packages or bags on the farm show grounds that were considered suspicious following the gunfire. In Bethel Park, bomb squads arrived at the gunman's former home on Milford Drive.
You see things like this happen on the news where people say, you never think it would happen to you, you never think it would happen to your town. I'm literally living in that reality right now. Like, it's insane.
Officials say there is no word on a motive at this time, and classmate Summer Barkley says although Crooks enjoyed history class, his action in school never seemed politically motivated. The victim of Crooks' fire was Corey Comparator of Sarver, Pennsylvania. And again, as you can see behind me, there are officials blocking all of the roads right here on Milford Drive and some surrounding areas. We will work to learn more information. Make sure you stay with us online and on air. For now, reporting in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, Addison Albert.
Amazing. So, this is what's happening in America. America. So my experts are here. I want to hear from them first, and then I put my little 2 cents in on it, and then your phone calls and super chats. Nick, you say about the shooting?
I don't know if to be shocked or not. I'm just shocked that it happened, I guess, okay? Because it's just, whatever way you spin it, it actually went down, and they shot at the man. That's crazy. The moment that they photographed, it couldn't be more legendary. But the anger that's around in the world, I remember seeing it in 2016. I remember seeing that in my friends and people next to me. I remember thinking it was the weirdest thing. I didn't even quite believe in spiritual things, okay? But I remember people who I knew, some for many years, when this guy came out, 2016, they went nuts.
What happened in 2016?
He ran for president.
Who?
Donald Trump.
And they shot at him?
No.
Oh.
But that same anger, I saw it back then.
Oh, I see.
That's all I'm trying to say.
I got you.
And I saw friends of mine saying they would kill the guy, and I know that people say things in hyperbole, but they're like, yeah, if I'd be in a room with him, I'd shoot him, and they'd never talked about politics before. So that spirit's been there. Is all I'm trying to say.
Amazing. And you say Joel Friday?
Yeah, this to kind of go off of what Nick is saying, this time will definitely be remembered in history of anger and craziness and weird people in the world right now, to where it got so bad that they want to assassinate him. I have never experienced this or even seen this. I guess this happened to Kennedy and all that stuff. I wasn't born, and people beforehand.
Oh, you weren't born yet?
No, I don't think I was. When was
Were
that?
you born when it happened to Ronald Reagan?
When was that?
I don't think so.
I don't think
What
so
year
either, 'cause that was the
it happened
80s.
to
Reagan
Reagan?
was in the 80s.
Yeah.
When were you born?
I was in the 90s.
Yesterday? And your hair's falling out already?
In the 90s, and I don't know experience. So
You were born in the 90s?
in the 90s.
Whoa. I started the organization in 1990.
90, yeah,
And you were born in 91?
somewhere around there.
That's ridiculous. Isn't that like ridiculous?
It's pretty wild.
God made Bond, Thing made yours.
Evidently. How can someone be born in the 90s?
Yeah.
94.
But anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've never seen this, and I've never experienced that people take politics this serious. I mean, I always knew it to be kind of like a place where you go to fight.
Right.
But I never knew that it was like this serious. So we're living in a time that hasn't been around since the 80s of how serious the world is taking politics as well. And I think it has to do with social media. Now everybody knows everything, and everybody wants to have opinion about everything. So
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing. But as far as Trump goes, what's crazy is that evil when evil is acting in this way, or people are being influenced to do this to him, they think that they're taken out, but they're only making him stronger and his supporters stronger, but also making stuff like these pictures way more, like Nick said, legendary to people who support him. So it makes him look better. As a matter of fact, the whole time I'm thinking like, I need this photo on my wall. Like it just makes him look. Right. It makes him look better, and it's making people want to vote for him more. He's not losing votes. It's just working in his favor. So. Amazing.
And you say Hake?
It was wild because Nick sent the text to like a group text, and I saw this tweet. They tried to take Trump out, and he shook his fist like a gangster. I'm like, is this real? And I'm like, oh, it actually is real. And Nick didn't just fall for some sucker tweet or something like that.
I ain't never done none of that.
It was nice to see how Trump handled it. He noticed that he was hurt. He went down, and then he got himself up, and then signaled to the crowd that he's doing fine and keep fighting. Fight. It's crazy that dummy, like the young guy who did this, just threw his life away and killed somebody else.
Allegedly, he was 20 years old, I think.
Yeah. All he did, really, other than kill somebody and then severely injure a couple of others, was spread more goodwill to Trump.
Yeah.
But he did also spread more evil, because people are going to overreact to it no matter where they fall on the political, spiritual stuff. They're going to be all, oh, we got to come together, or, oh, we got to react against this evil, and then overreact to evil with more evil.
Amazing.
I thought of 9/11. We're so much worse than after 9/11, than before 9/11, I mean. The country is like so much worse.
Yeah, it did not get better at all.
Yeah.
But everybody would cry during 9/11.
Right.
They would hold their hand, they would hugging, supposed to be uniting.
Yep.
And as soon as the dust settled, everybody back to their hating one another.
And there's definitely not even a pretense of unity right now.
No.
It's not even like the fake stuff from 9/11. There's like a little bit of, oh, we shouldn't have done that. But Nick, the anchor baby, he streamed on Saturday after this thing went down. He showed people, like there's this woman on social media saying, how did he miss? He should have just been an inch over.
Yeah,
and there's
prominent leftists are saying that. I mean, these stupid leftists on the internet. Like,
I think there is a lot of people who want, it's the type of mindset that said, oh, if only they had taken out Hitler, then we could have avoided the Holocaust or whatever. And so they're in their dark imaginations, they think they're preventing evil by pushing evil.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Joe, when you first heard it, what was your first impression?
The first thing I seen was on my phone was the picture of him bleeding. And I was like, why is he bleeding? And then in the headline it said Trump got shot in the head and something. And I was like, what do you mean he got shot in the head?
Shot in the head is a bit...
Yeah. It was
that sounds like the way worse than
producer mindset.
And then it was, so I thought that it was worse than what it was. But I was shocked that happened, and then I looked into it more, and then it showed the video of him getting shot. But I don't know, I was kind of also filled with this, like, because when he did that thing, it was just like wow, this is a tough guy, and I've never seen but it was,
and he eat his own blood.
It made me like,
it's ketchup, Jesse.
And I don't know, it just made me respect him like 1,000 times more, even though I had a lot of respect for him already. But when he did that, it's like, man, he just got shot, but yeah, he's like, I don't know, it was just like a heroic thing to see.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then when you first heard about it, what was your first impression?
I started yelling, just doing drama, because I thought you were still at the office. I thought you were still at the office, and I was like,
you were yelling?
No way.
Were you yelling for real?
Just a little bit. Just see if you'd hear me.
When did
Break
this
the news.
happen?
Saturday, 3:15ish.
I would have been at the office on Saturday. Oh yeah, I was here for a minute. on Saturday.
Just a minute. Initial like surprise,
Yeah.
but yet not surprised. And I was like, wow, this actually went down because I saw it with the fist up and all that. So it was an amazing moment. I forgot what I was gonna say. Though.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry.
Did you shed a tear?
No, but there was a temptation to want to, now that I'm really thinking about it, there's a temptation to like want to be mad about it. Okay, we got to stand up and fight harder type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then I recognized that and realized that that's not, nothing should change in me.
Yeah.
Like how I've been approaching it in general. I shouldn't want to get more, nothing. So I realized that, okay, I can relax, but they're really like, hating this guy, not even realizing that he's trying to do his best to save the country. So it's just so many layers to it.
Yeah.
I got mad at Joe Biden. It was Joe Biden's fault. I saw people actually saying stuff like that. Like, man, this is all Joe Biden's fault. And I guess they're trying to make some point here where it's like they've been saying he's the greatest threat to our democracy. These guys have been setting him up for an assassination. And I guess that's not a bad point. And I don't know if we have this moral superiority. I don't know if I'm being too tough or here or whatever to say that we're really this an unangry side. You know what I mean? To say that we are saints in this battle of keeping anger down and all that.
Yeah.
And so I just wonder about that. Like, we could really have that moral superiority.
And hey, when you first heard, I know you cried with your baby back.
No, I didn't cry. I never cried.
Oh.
I have books.
Hey, you shed a tear when
No,
you first heard. What was your first feeling or thought about it, if you remember?
At first, it was doubt.
Oh,
like I
that
said,
it happened?
that what I was seeing wasn't somebody trolling us.
Right.
But then I looked into it, and then I'm like, whoa, this is heavy. I wasn't surprised. Like somebody said in your church service yesterday, I would have been surprised had he actually been hurt. Because it just seems like he's going to be fine. You
Amazing.
know? I wasn't surprised that he survived, even though that's really close.
I know.
For a real bullet or round or whatever it's called to go through his ear or whatever.
Yeah. Plus, he had a big head. I'm surprised they missed the head.
Yeah.
Does
His
he?
hair, too.
Yeah.
They could have easily just got him.
Yeah.
I was glad that it, there's evil people and good people who get people try to assassinate both
Right.
evil and good people.
Right.
This is a good one that it happened to him because he's going to handle it right.
Yeah.
And he's not going to exploit it for evil. A lot of other people will exploit it for evil, but he won't.
Nice.
Yeah.
When I heard about it, turned the TV on. I just happened to turn the TV on once I got home, and they were showing it. At first, I didn't think it were real. Just because of the last thing I was expecting to be happening. I knew that he was going to hold a rally over there in Pennsylvania, but it was just you're not thinking of it. But then when I realized what was going on, I wasn't surprised because, as all of you have said, there's so much hatred in this country now, and the Democratic Party have been, and the media have been saying some of the, worst thing you could possibly say about a human being, as though it was true. And you have angry people, and angry people tend to overreact to things. So I wasn't surprised, but then when I realized what was going on, I thought to myself, it's amazing that Donald Trump, the great white hope, does not have to be running for president at all. He could be laid back, relaxing for the rest of his life because he made a lot of money, very successful. His kids are well. And he decided to run because he loved the country. In spite of everything he had to go through, he loved the country, so he decided to run for president. And then he ran the first time he won, and then the second time he didn't, and now he's running again. And only because he loved the country, and instead of appreciating a man like that, people want to take him out. The liberals and the Democrats want it because they love power, perceived power, temporary power, and wealth. And the rhinos don't want him there because they love power and wealth too. So it was interesting to see all the stuff that this man had gone through and now being shot. They took him to court. They tried to put him in jail. All this stuff, and he still won't give up. To me, talk about what manner of man is this? The wind and sea obey him. It just doesn't get. It's just a perfect example for all human beings, I think. And I don't know how he got to this point in his life, but it is mind-blowing to see it. One man enduring. Most people can't endure a minute of anything. Most people be crying, this is too hard, it takes too long, I'm too painful, I'm too scared, I'm too worried, why don't they like me, blah, blah, blah. And to see one man, other than Jesus Christ, I've never heard a man endure like this. Really. It is mind-blowing. And it just, I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, oh, okay. It was insane. And then I was thinking about the kid that was accused of shooting the president, Donald Trump. They said he was bullied in school. When did bullying in school go to trying to assassinate people? Everybody bullied in school. I was bullied, but nobody thought about going out and assassinating somebody in adulthood. I don't know how bullying and assassination go together. How do they put those two things together? That doesn't make sense to me. That make sense to you?
No, and well, it always makes sense to my age
Everybody
range.
bully.
It made sense to my age range because I've always seen people grow up to be like weird, depressed. It's different times. But that guy definitely looked like the type.
He looked like a little Weasley white boy with no friends.
And he also looked like he might be dangerous. And I think that's what's also kind of delusional is that the students and the other teachers and parents do a horrible job at recognizing what's going on with people.
But how you supposed to recognize, okay, here's a little white guy. When he grow up, he's going to be a assassinated person.
You kind of tell you can kind of tell the weirdos.
So let's lock him up now. There are a lot of weirdos when you're young.
Yeah, there's a lot of weirdos, even when they're a little bit older, and they
don't go out.
He looked like
people.
a school shooter to me.
I know, but there's a lot of people who look like that, and they never do anything.
Right.
I don't know, but they usually they display some signs, but I was gonna say to be that the girl said he was so nice. Like people are also so unconscious that they don't recognize certain things because they're so unconscious.
But we're not supposed to be recognizing no school bully, assassinating killer.
Well, now we do.
Because you put that in your mind, everybody gonna look that way.
Well, we got to do something because they're walking
because
around
that's
freely.
been put in your mind now about what assassination person look like.
Yeah, they're gonna start arresting innocent people.
Especially Trump supporters.
Well, it's better than having them out here.
No, it's not better.
But I mean,
no, take that back.
Okay,
man.
well, no, I'm just saying.
No.
I'm not saying that now all of a sudden we gotta start arresting people for no reason.
That's what they would do.
But I'm saying that we have to start waking up to be able to recognize the signs in certain things because we can avoid a lot of this stuff if we can recognize and be more aware.
But if that was the case, everybody be locked up. Because anyone that has anger is two hoops in the holler from going on the roof shooting somebody.
Well, we don't have to lock them up. I'm just saying be more
two loops in the holler
aware.
for becoming Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well, we got to be more aware because this
of
guy...
what?
Throw him in with the parents.
What?
Throw him in with the parents.
What that mean?
Throw the parents into jail?
yeah. I was just referencing a past thing Joel was saying about the parents.
Yeah, I agree. I'm still on that.
The parents are cooperating.
What?
The parents are cooperating, and reportedly the suspect used his dad's gun that his dad bought.
I heard.
But you mentioned the bullying. They've been treating bullying. It's been women who's been treating this bullying thing, and it's gotten worse.
Yeah.
They've been saying, "Oh, bullies are victims, and we need to do anti-bullying stuff." But they're bullies doing anti-bullying stuff, just getting rid of masculinity and boys.
Yep.
And turning the little boys into girls, and that's what this. That's partly what this is this guy, the young man who said, "Oh, he was bullied. I saw him be bullied. He was kind of an outcast."
But everybody
That's-
outcast.
They're encouraging that. They're encouraging that victimhood and anger. And
I said in the
mess.
fellowship yesterday that anger is being pushed. Joel mentioned this earlier. Anger is being pushed as good.
Yeah.
The Christians say that anger is good. They said Jesus was angry. The secular people call anger good. And the parents are angry and dealing with their children and creating people like this. Anger is evil. And anyone that has anger can easily be on top of that roof shooting at somebody. Because anger, you're controlled by anger. It makes you do and say whatever it want you to do if you don't know what's going on. So we got to overcome this anger. That's the problem. Anger is evil. Anyone that has anger is a murderer. Anyone that has anger cannot be trusted. Anger is evil. And you got to stop pushing anger as good, but show people how to overcome anger. I bet you, without knowing, because I haven't heard yet, if you look into this boy's background, growing up as a kid, he hated his mama, he yearned for his father, or he thought he hated his father. You just don't. You know, anger is not good, folks. And anger in my country, America, has been pushed as good. As long as evil has been called good, this is going to continue to happen and even worse. It can't, because you can't get better with anger. You can only get worse. You can't get better. There's no love in anger.
He looks like the kind of kid who would have like fake nice parents. You know, like he
Right.
would, because he's maladjusted.
I thought you were about to say malnourished.
No, maladjusted. Like he doesn't know how to
He
deal with
appears
life.
to be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on what they said about him.
Yeah. Yes, Nick.
We can't be making any conclusions besides that.
Right.
We can't be. That's the most
we don't
sane
know.
and reasonable conclusion besides policy. Because this is the reaction, right? The temptation is to make policy adjustments. Like we got to look at all this different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Calma.
Amazing. Let's do it in Niger out of Texas. Niger, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Do you actually think Trump got shot in the ear?
I don't understand the question.
Do you actually think Donald Trump got shot in the ear by that scrawny white boy?
What are you talking about?
What does
It's
that have
ketchup.
to
Do you
do?
think it was real?
What?
He's asking if you think it was real that Trump got shot.
Oh, you believe the earth is flat?
No, I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you, do you believe that he got shot in the ear?
We saw it.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't. No, let me get one of my experts. Because Nigel, you may be asking a logical question.
No, it's not.
But it seems so illogical to me. I can't respond to it. What do y'all say?
It's illogical to the world.
I think it happened.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand your question at all. But it appears to have happened.
Okay, it appears to have happened. So when somebody gets shot, blood splatters, doesn't it?
But let's do this before you.
I heard this one.
Nigel, let's
hold
do
on,
this before you make the point. Are you saying you don't? Are you saying that you don't believe it happened?
I believe that one man got shot in the head and that lady got grazed in the hand, but Trump did not get shot in the ear.
do you believe that Trump got shot in the ear? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, and why?
Because, well, I can't say too much because JLP, you know that I know what's really going on. But
How do
I'll
I
tell
know
you
what
this
you
much.
know? I don't understand that.
But I tell you this much.
Nigel, why don't you believe that he was shot in the ear, pierced in the ear, however?
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Right now, everyone is saying, yeah, Trump, he's a hero, he's this and
Nigel,
this and that.
tell us why you believe that it did not happen.
Because there was no blood anywhere around his ear but his ear. There would have been blood on his hair. There would have been blood, a lot more places than just his ear and the side of his face.
I've heard the splatter theory.
What?
I've heard the blood splatter
kinda
theory that
sounds
there
like-
should be blood splatter.
It kind of sounds like you guys don't want me to keep speaking. I don't know. I don't understand why, but I
No,
just
you
want to
have
get my
this
point
weird
across.
thing.
No,
You're
no.
all in your head,
My
man.
bad. Did I talk over you? I'm sorry. Let me calm down. I thought I heard you talk about the blood splatter theory. People are saying that there should be splatter behind his ear because of the trajectory of the bullet, blah, 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 right?
Right.
I heard this one, but have you ever gotten like a cut on a finger or something really fast, and it's first you don't get blood, it's just white, and then the blood starts like trickling in? You ever gotten one of those injuries?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Hey, isn't the ear kind of like that?
Yeah, no, I have cuts all over my head.
So maybe you're not a blood expert.
So, yeah.
No, I'm just
No,
messing around.
I'm not a blood expert at all. I never said I was.
But now, what is causing you? What is causing you to sit back and come up with this theory? What's happening in your mind that causing you to right away come up with this idea? How did you come up with this idea real fast?
Because it's all a circus and it's all a clown show. Those
What's
two,
all?
Biden and Trump are put there by people that you and me know very well who they are.
Who are they? I don't know who they are.
And it's just all the
I don't
show
know
to
who
get
they
people
are.
distracted
Niger.
and divided. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know who they are at all, so don't say you and me. I have no idea. And
Okay,
I don't.
Well, I do. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, Nigel. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend that people, because there's a lot of people like him that don't be so sure that you think you know what you don't know, and leave it as an open. But you're in your head 100%. His name Niger?
Yeah.
And you're in your head about it.
Nigel.
And then thinking that
Nigael.
Yeah, that
Something like that.
That you're almost convinced as if it's fake blood, and like it just
But how does
weird.
somebody automatically come over there? You sitting at home or not? You're not over there in PA. You ain't at the rally.
Right.
How do you automatically come up with something like that?
And then he said that, do you believe that Trump got shot by that scrawny white guy, as if that part mattered?
The gun is the equalizer. But Jesse, it's true. It's the mind. Satan told me the same thing in my mind. I remember when people,
Really?
I remember in church when
About
someone
Trump?
about Trump, not the splatter thing, but I heard someone else say that, and I heard a whole bunch of people saying
a young
that. So
lady
that
said it yesterday in fellowship.
there's an idea going around with that. Yesterday at church, someone said, this could look good for Trump. So that's one reason why they would stage it, because it would look good for him. But my mind told me something like that too. I'm like, that's crazy. Why would I even go there? And if they're trying to stage it and I was Trump, I'd be pretty mad right now. I'd be like, you were supposed to shoot me here. That's way too close. So something still went wrong. No, and I really don't believe that, by the way. I'm just saying that the mind tells you that. It's true that Satan exists. Go ahead. Sorry.
I would rather just have, if you ain't sure, or just have a wait and see.
Yeah.
How you going to totally believe that it didn't happen, then go out and start saying it, and you went nowhere around?
Yeah.
Some of that, I think, is the excitement of wanting to be the first one to say, oh, it didn't happen.
Oh, a thrill.
Yeah. You want to be on record as having been the smart one who saw past it all.
So do they think that when Trump went down, that was fake too?
I guess it was all staged and acted, and he knows how to.
People think that. I remember when I first started producing, people would say, "Oh, these calls are scripted." You know how much work that would be? Like,
yeah. Holy.
The devil's busy.
They're saying that when Trump went down like that, that's when the Secret Service jumped in and squeezed the ketchup packet over his ear. That's what they're saying.
What?
That's what they're saying.
Gross.
Or whatever. The
If
flake
he had
blood.
had ketchup, he would have been trying to lick it off.
I noticed though with those type of people is like they take the stance of appearing to be as if like they don't know, and they're not picking a side on what happened or not, but they really lean more towards that it was all staged and fake. Like with the person in the church and him. The person in the church also just was like, well, I'm not sure if it happened or not, but it might be fake.
I was thinking about
it's fake.
You're right. That's what they really believe.
I was thinking about the young lady yesterday when she said that, and I realized that we have been lied so much over the last however many years in the media and government and everything, that now people just don't believe anything.
Yeah.
Because we've just been lied to so much, it's hard to believe anything now. So I kind of understand that part.
Yeah.
And we have been lied. We've just been lied to about everything. And our government will leave the border wide open, and we're looking at the people coming in.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And they'll say it ain't happening.
Yeah, the borders are more
That's true.
secure now than
Right.
when Trump was there.
And they were holding a press conference, and ain't smiling or smiling said, "Oh, the borders are fine, they secure, or crime is not that bad.
Right.
You can smash the grab all over the place." And they'll tell you that darn Gavin Newsom. What?
He almost said.
He did say it.
That darn Gavin Newsom. I'm always looking at this guy in the media holding a press conference with a big smile. And what he be saying is nothing but lies.
Indeed.
I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
So I understand why people want to not believe it. But how do you be so sure that you just saw this yesterday, the other day, and you just convinced it wasn't blood?
Yeah.
It was high in ketchup.
You can understand because we've been lied to to where you're kind of like, okay, well, I don't know then. But it gets a little twisted and weird when people try to go too far left and say that, oh, okay, well, now it's ketchup. Like, so that's why.
They should have had a little mustard to throw on there.
That would have ruined the illusion.
Amazing.